heard a story about hearing something, feeling something, seeing something. What do you think? Do you think that we have spirits and we live with them in the same environment? Well, stay with me, because in this episode, we're just going to explore that question. We're going to find out if they do exist, how do we exist together?
In many parts of the world, ancestral worship is seen as a form of respect for the deceased and perhaps a recognition of the continuity of life after a person dies. Upon death, some spirits are said to be still hanging around in a house or a specific location. To prevent tragic haunting, these spirits are offered food and beverages. On the other hand, certain spirits are invoked or called back, and some are created through prayers. What is the meaning behind our cohabitation with the unseen? First, in learning how we actually live with invisible neighbors, my team and I headed up north to Hong Sing Estate in Penang. This seems to be an ordinary residential area until you see who actually stays next door and inside the houses.
This is the backyard. You see that plastic container? That concrete right there, that piece of concrete is actually part of the top of a tombstone. The tombstones are completely part of, shall I say, the interior design of the houses here. It's pretty amazing. Wow, look at this. Literally having a tombstone as your neighbor. It's pretty impressive. I wonder if the neighbors even feel any creepiness or whether they've seen any spirits before. So over here you have another tombstone. You would never imagine that the neighbor is a husband and wife who have passed away respectively in 1964 and 1973. And everything just looks normal. The amazing thing is it looks normal, and that's what makes it so really abnormal.
Madame Senrose lives in Hong Sing Estate and right in front of a cemetery for the past 52 years. I don't know about her, but it did feel a little awkward conducting an interview while standing on top of someone's grave.
Hello, Madame Senrose. How are you?
Yes, fine.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
How long have you been living in this area?
52 years.
Did you ever see the spirits disturbing you? Like, you can feel them around?
No.
No? No energy at all?
No, nothing.
Okay. How about the neighbors? Have you heard any stories?
Until now, no. I didn't heard anything because every people used to sleep in the graveyard, boys to sleep, nothing. No disturbance at all.
No possession?
Nothing.
When the people come and pay respects and they know you live here, right? They have never said anything.
No.
Like they are not offended you do your laundry here.
No, they will say that as long as you keep our grave clean. Because before all was grass and very broken, everything. So after that, we put the cement, then make it clean.
What is your personal feelings and what is your personal thoughts about graveyards?
Nothing until now. We never think about that. Just it's a grave there. Only that. If I see anything truly, I can tell it's something special in it.
All right. So it's 52 years of living in harmony with the dead.
My experience at Hong Sing Estate triggered me to look deeper into how we cohabitate and share our living space with spirits. Unlike Madame Senrose, some people do intentionally invite spirits back home for protection and good fortune. To learn more, I have decided to go to Bangkok, the land of spirits, magic, and mysticism. The first case that I will be exploring is a type of spirit known as makaliporn, which is also called a sacred fruit or a fruit fairy. Meet David Sek, a keeper of a pair of makaliporn that was given to him by his spiritual teacher, Madam Memo.
This is supposed to be a fruit. It's from a tree, right?
Yes.
And it's exactly in this form.
Yes.
It's not been carved.
No.
Wow. Amazing.
Memo offer this makaliporn because after I have been a monk with Memo, so she think this is good for me in terms of business, relationship, in terms of my future. So she offered this makaliporn to me.
So, have you noticed any changes since a few months? Do you have certain practices you need to do when you invite the makaliporn back to your home?
Actually, not really at the moment because I think I have not been really guided how to offer, how to take care of makaliporn. I need more practice. I need to learn more from Memo to know how to communicate with makaliporn in order to get my future better, my business better, my relationship more better.
Memo is a healer, exorcist, and fortune teller that has been guiding David in his spiritual journey. Now, she will tell us more about makaliporn.
I just asked Memo, okay, how to take care and how to offer and how can I connect with makaliporn. And Memo just told me that okay, I can just pray as normal as I pray with the Buddha, okay, once a week, okay, and then I try to talk to makaliporn just like a friend and ask makaliporn to guide me or let me find my way to get the solution.
We believe that there are spirits in makaliporn. They were there 2,500 years ago when Buddha was sitting under the tree meditating, achieving his enlightenment.
Does the makaliporn always male and female? Is it male and female for a specific reason?
Yes, it is necessary for them to be a male and female as they are husband and wife. When they work together because of their love, it is stronger.
Inviting makaliporn into your life as a practice, it's more like protection or is it more like granting wishes?
Makaliporn covers all of the above. They grant wishes and protect against evil too.
The practice of making it spiritual is to put the needle on the head to keep the spirit in. What kind of spirit has been sealed inside these two pieces of makaliporn?
The type of spirits that live in makaliporn depends on our intention. If we do good deeds, pray and meditate, take good care of them and practice well, the higher spirits like gods and goddesses will live in them. I received this pair of makaliporn from my master and I did not take them from a tree. They have been in my master's bag for a long time. How I taught David to take care of them was the same way my master taught me.
What I discovered from speaking with Memo, the makaliporn is a fruit that was born during Buddha's time 2,500 years ago and is possibly extinct today. However, I learned from other sources, makaliporn is a spirit that inhabits a fruit and can only be identified by highly attained masters who would seal the spirit into the fruit with a nail. Which story is the truth? Well, to me, the attraction to keeping and living with spirits in Bangkok surpasses the need to find out which version of the story is true. While some fear the notion of ghosts and spirits being near them, there are some who want a spiritual object that gives them ultimate power, luck and wealth. And a highly popular spirit that people bring home from Thailand is the Golden Child, or the kumanthong. I spoke to two lay masters regarding the phenomena of keeping or adopting a kumanthong. First, I met with Ajahn Podam, who learned the art of making a kumanthong from his parents based on the ancient scriptures as popularized by General Kuman about 500 years ago.
kumanthong is a practice that started a few hundred years ago. In the olden days, they used a real baby that was cut and ripped out from the mother's womb. The body of the unborn baby was roasted. It was believed that by worshipping an unborn baby, it will bring good luck and grant wishes, especially before heading to war. Nowadays, they no longer operate and take the baby from the mother's womb, but instead use an aborted fetus. However, aborted baby's power is not so strong or as effective as one that is cut from the womb.
With such anger, kumanthong of evil intention?
อ๋อจากความโกรธ
Oh, before we operate, we ask the mother's permission that we will take her baby and the baby will come out pure. Many strong prayers and ceremonies are done to purify the baby so that there will be no evilness in him. The baby is actually purer than coming out through a normal birth, so he is happier and more relief.
When I heard Ajahn Podam's explanation on how a potent and powerful kumanthong was made, I was shocked and concerned. Does this mean that owners of kumanthong are bringing dead babies back into their houses? I also met with Ajahn Toy, a teacher and master skilled in spiritual tattoos known as Sakyan, astrology and white magic, to ask him about his perspective of kumanthong.
บอกว่าจริงไหมจริงมีจริง
Yes, there have been practices that use dead babies to make a kumanthong, but it depends on the masters. There are various ways to make a kumanthong, such as using different types of soil and mud. And through the power of prayers and the subconscious mind, we can animate and bring a kumanthong to life. This type of spirit is not harmful to anyone. For those who practice the other way, there will be karma for everyone involved.
Then what is the real purpose of kumanthong?
กุมารทองในภาษาไทยนี่เขาเรียกว่า
The purpose of creating a kumanthong in the olden days was for protection, to protect the house and the people from bad spirits. But because kumanthong was seen to have supernatural powers, they were used for the wrong intention, like taking another person's wife. That is why there are many problems today that are caused by irresponsible masters. In my opinion, if you believe in yourself, do good deeds, work hard and you are smart, you can have the good luck and all the other things. You don't need kumanthong and supernatural powers.
Today, the practice of roasting a dead baby is no longer legal, and replacements have been used to invoke the spirit of a kumanthong that arises from chanting and prayers.
คือลบทับในสมัยนั้น
They have stopped this practice today. It is illegal to use and roast dead babies. We use inanimate substances, now following the scriptures I learned from. We collect the bones of the dead and the soil from 7 graves, people who die in accidents, and we stuff these ingredients into a kumanthong statue.
It is a relief to know that it is now illegal to create kumanthong out of a human fetus. However, when I visited Ajahn Podam, he was creating a lukut, a necromancy process involving the remains of a stillborn puppy.
Right now, what we have is Ajahn Podam. He's doing his mantra recitation of 108 times. And basically, he is praying for the peace of fetus of a puppy that has been roasted for 7 days, and it is in preparation for this ritual.
เอาลูกกรอกนี่คือลักษณะ
Lukok is an ancient practice. It is believed that it will bring in riches and make the owner a millionaire. This lukok I am showing is about the remains of an animal. My dog gave birth to 3 puppies. One was stillborn. It died of a natural death. So I did a 7-day prayer for it, and it is now a powerful lukok.
So do they take back the lukgok in this manner, or is it broken and put into a statue?
อ๋อต้องเอาไปในรูปคงเดิมจะไปทุบแตกไม่ได้เลย
No, the owner must take it home in this form. It cannot be broken because the spirit is still inside.
Is it therefore quite a logical conclusion to say that the kumanthong with the baby spirit is stronger and more powerful than the dog spirit?
อ๋อใช่มีความแตกต่าง
The kumanthong is definitely more powerful and stronger than this luko because it is in a human form. This is without a doubt. Yes.
It is common and easy for someone to invite a kumanthong, and as long as the owners offer them food like sweets and toys to play, the kumanthong will help them to attract customers into their shops and bring them luck and wealth. However, I've always felt heaviness in my heart when it comes to keeping and living with spirits this way. Thus, invoking a spirit through this method have a real connection with spiritual growth, or does it merely satisfy our personal needs for wealth and control? In this episode, we learn how we are living with spirits through the residents of Hong Sing Estate. And next, we went to Bangkok and spoke to masters and lay persons who intentionally invite spirits back home. We have also spoken to Kuman, a 24-year-old supervisor of a restaurant, and he has been living with 6 kumanthongs that he claims to have helped him in getting a job promotion.
มีเรื่องงานก็คือหนึ่งก็คือทำงาน
I worked at my current restaurant for a very long time but was not noticed by my boss although I was very hardworking. I was disappointed and was about to quit. So I prayed and talked to kumanthong asking for help. I didn't know what happened after that, but my boss paid attention to me and I was given a promotion. At that time when I got my promotion, I had 3 kumanthong. I dreamt about kumanthong before. In the first dream, I saw a child, but didn't know who he was. Then I remembered that I invited kumanthong home. In the second and third dream, I knew who the boy was. From then on, I was confident kumanthong is with me.
In Thailand, Kunu's collection of kumanthong is very common, and so is praying and appeasing spirits to make sure that they live in harmony with them. That is why spirit houses are rampant all over Thailand. Even in a prestigious university, there is a spirit house that students pray to before sitting for exams. After looking at the rituals and ceremonies of creating, invoking, and keeping spirit beings, we will now embark on understanding a little deeper on how spirits have a connection with the human mind. Ajahn Toy will show us a love ritual known as Tham Sani that he has been practicing for more than 10 years.
สิ่งที่ทำนี่คือการ
Tham Sani is a ritual that heals a broken marriage. To reunite a couple, especially when the husband is having an affair, I will write their names on these wax figurines that I have made, tie them with a red string and bring them back. However, it must be for the right couple and the right intention. If it is for the wrong intention, I won't do it.
How do you actually bring them together when they are not physically in front of you?
มันเป็นตรงจุดนี้
I will conduct a special prayer and ceremony and sit in deep meditation. In this state, I will connect to the couple's subconscious mind while they are asleep. It is here that I will call their names and through chanting and prayers, bring them together. This is because humans are also spirits and our awareness assists in this subconscious state.
According to Ajahn Toy, since we can connect with a person through the subconscious mind, it is also at this level that we see, feel, or sense the presence of spirits and ghosts, and also how to manipulate them to create black magic.
มนต์พวกนี้ส่วนมากเขาจะใช้จิตและวิญญาณของผี
In the subconscious mind, some masters also send ghosts, spirits, or use corpse oil to take another person's husband. It is also here that we normally connect, feel, or see the presence of spirits. This is black magic and it is not the correct way to do things.
Ajahn is able to connect them on a subconscious mind level in order to reconnect them back together. Is that how the process or the spiritual aspect of this works?
ตรงนั้นคือจิตในที่นี่หมายความว่า
The mantras that I chant when the couple is asleep will influence the husband to look at his wife.
Ajahn Toy's explanation on how a spiritual master could send subliminal messages to the subconscious subconscious mind of someone who is asleep is indeed to me more horrifying than the ghosts and apparitions that we live with.
We are living with spirits around us. What is your take on this?
เป็นความจริง
Yes, we are living with spirits, but we can't see them with our naked eyes because they are in a different dimension. When we meditate and travel to a higher consciousness, we can see and connect with the spirits through our subconscious mind. I have seen it all, heaven and hell. They are all here on earth like layers on top of each other, but are invisible to our normal sight.
The investigation that started out as an inquiry into our coexistence with the unseen led me to a much more profound realization of our true nature. It appears that the intangible and abstract is a place that lies in our mind, and in this space, we may very well be able to change our reality.
Do you still wonder whether you live with spirits, or shall we say, the unseen? In this episode, you have learned that they do exist. We beings that can be seen are living among the beings that cannot be seen. People tap into these energies, these spirits, and sometimes they do harmful things with it. Yet at the same time, there is also people who tap into these spirits with prayers, and good things can happen. At the end of it all, like I always say, what we see may not be real, and what is real, we may not see.